madness. That was madness. I can't even repost anything. Mamu, come here. Oh, I'm so mad. YouTube, why did y'all do me like that? I have to redo the whole thing. The whole thing. Okay. I can't wait for people to pop up in here and then realize this will be the test to see if they do send these notifications out. My apologies. I'm having to restart this live over again. The camera wasn't working and I had to restart my entire phone up just to get it working again. So YouTube, why you do me like this? I haven't gone live all week. And it's for good reason, but my apologies. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty-Rants. As you can see, I went and got my hair redone. To be honest with you, I forgot I even had this appointment set up, so I woke up Thursday yesterday and was like, oh shit, I definitely did have a beauty appointment and I gotta go. And I was like, I really wish I got that for free because I am holding my coin tight. But I forgot all about it, so I was like, crap, on a spatula. But you know, I need to get my hair done. It's supposed to be like what I do for myself to make me feel better. Okay, so where was I this week? What's going on? Maddie, you had videos, you talked about this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What happened? And I do need to apologize for that because I am supposed to be covering All Stars France, Brazil season 2. We got Project Runway coming up, and of course the Thursday live. So I needed a step back from YouTube for a second and any sort of thing, anything to do with really social media, to be honest with you. Like a couple of weeks ago, y'all know I was in a really bad space, and I'm not fully healed, if that makes any sense. And I needed some extra days of just not dealing with anybody or anything or any sort of drama of any sort of sorts. Like no kind of interactions of any kind. Like I got a cameo I got to get to this weekend. And what was happening is I was waking up and I did not want to continue the day, and it was really bad. So I like hit up my therapist and we were talking about this like Tuesday, and she was like, you need to just take the week. And I was like, I have to work. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay rent again and do all this and that. I had a job interview this week. Oh, get ready for that story. It's actually funny, but like, it was Maddie had to do some things to get to this job, and I was not happy at the end result. And I feel like I messed up the whole interview, but we'll get there. I hate Houston this week. This week has been crap. So she was like, chill out on doing videos if that's stressing you. I was supposed to do so many reactions for Patreon. Y'all, I couldn't even like record myself. I hated like just being in front of the camera or doing anything. So I just said, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna take a couple of these days. I was also working on that interview that I have to reschedule again for Monday. We filmed the first, well, majority of all of it, but I gotta redo some stuff that he asked me for. Hi, Mamu. Y'all wanna see Mamu? I'm gonna get him in a second here. You want Mr. Mamu? I said your name. I got you. Oh. Oh. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bubby. What's going on? I know, I'm sorry. It was a little loud bang. He just got brushed today. So he's a little crabby right now because he does not like to get brushed. Like Mina loves getting brushed, but Mamu don't like getting brushed. Do you, Bubba? This is my bedtime Betty. Bedtime Betty. Bedtime Betty. Yeah. Nina coming over here because she jelly now. Okay. All right, I know you see her. I'm going to let you down. Mina. Mina, you want to get picked up now? Because she does, especially after I pick him up. Baby girl. Baby girl. Oh. Oh. Come here, little mom. Show everybody how big you are, because you are humongous. Come on, me. Oh. I know. I know. Let it go. Here she go. Hi, Mina. Oh, my goodness. Because she's like, okay, now I'm coming over here to go get my pickups now, but I don't want you to pick me up, but please pick me up. That. And she gets on my nerves with that one because she's like very, don't touch me, but don't touch me, but touch me. And so you still over here. But yeah, so anywho, regardless of all that, my therapist told me to take a break. She's like, hey, we're going to put a prayer out that everything comes through finances wise and all that kind of stuff. Tricky, hey friend. Oof, I need another reading soon. Because I feel like our 6-month time frame has come to an end and it's time for the rest of it. But, and thank you again for the last 2 weeks ago. That was earlier this month. This month has gone by extremely fast for me. Like, I don't even, like, time is weird for me as a person. Also, y'all hit that like button, now you're in the door and all that kind of good stuff. This is very much a hot topics, what movies, what things I did this week sort of day. I'm aware of the Mistress versus Willem drama. I will give you my take on that before Sunday's panel, because it will be a topic on Sunday's panel, because we were talking about it in the panel group. But I saw both videos. I will give you my full feedback of that. I am aware of that drama. And I was like, oh, okay. And just tell you about a whole bunch of stuff that just has happened and all that good stuff here. But this is the video today. This is sort of like me getting back in the flow again, if you will. You know, I thought it was wild. Oh, we'll talk about Hulk Hogan too. We'll talk about the South Park episode as well. We for sure will talk about that. And I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to start doing reactions on Patreon to South Park episodes. Felicia brought that up, and I was thinking to myself, why am I not doing reactions to the new season? Because the new season, whew, I was like, oh, okay. Oh. Yes, I'll talk about Laverne Cox today. I'm aware of that drama too. I'm going to give my point of view just as a Black person versus in the spectrum of gay man, speak on trans woman sort of tease, because every girl, every doll has sort of their story and their way of navigating this world, and they also go through things a lot differently and have to face even bigger challenges than, say, someone who's like a cis gay man. At the same time, that conversation was fucking wild. That conversation was huge, honey. It was wild. I was like, girl, you good? What's happening? What's going on? DW, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you for the super sticker. I love when I do these live chats, I could actually see the super stickers with the sticker you chose. That's a cute sticker. But yeah, we'll talk about all that today. So thanks for tuning in. We're here for the tea, the drama, this, that, and the other, and the rest of it, and what's going on with your boy. If it is Friday, make some noise. If it's Saturday, whatever day it is, make some noise, but it's a Friday today for this live. I hope you're having a good day today. I hope it's not stress. I hope you're feeling blessed. I am happy that it finally rained here in Houston. It has been hot like hell. All week my AC has been running nonstop. It has been so hard just to like trying to find a way to get my thermostat right. But today, since it started to rain, I'm finally getting some ease with the AC, and I was able to let the cats outside, because when I tell you, it was hell hot this week. So after Sunday's panel, I ended up going to a birthday party, and the birthday party was pretty good. I had a fun time. There were some new card games I played with like-minded adults, so happy birthday to Derek. It was his birthday. And shout out to John for the invite. And then after that is when I just really was just drained the next day. I could not get into my happy space. And the following day, because, you know, I take my break on Mondays, I ended up talking with my therapist, and she was like, you need to chill, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to chill. And I was like, okay, bet. I had a job interview Wednesday. Let me tell you about that. I was hard-headed. I should have hit up some friends. I should have asked family members. I should have done a whole lot of different things that I did not do, knowing I don't have a car right now. But I was, again, in a very depressed state. So I was like, I'm not gonna hit up nobody. I don't wanna hit up nobody. I'm gonna handle this myself. I got it. So the job, the interview was downtown. Downtown from anywhere in Houston during the middle of the day. And this interview was not in the morning, it was in the afternoon. So I was dealing with a lot of traffic and I was dealing with construction. So I was gonna get an Uber, $40-something for an Uber. To go to a job interview, I was like, nah, that's losing money to get money. Because it was 40 there, and then I was looking how much it would be back. It was like another 45. It was like $85. That's not gonna work. So I figured out the bus schedule the previous day, and I was like, I'm gonna take the bus. I'm gonna plan this out. It's gonna take me forever to get there, but it's cheaper. Let's do this. Okay? Plan it all out. I am now on this bus in a very nice little outfit with all my resume and everything together. And the route said it would be about 45 minutes to an hour, more than likely an hour. The bus got me there maybe 95 minutes later. By the time I got to the location, it is 2 minutes prior to the interview. I planned it to where I'd be there 30 minutes at the latest, 45 early, because no, there's no public trains in Houston, but there is a metro rail, but it only goes to a certain point and it's not in my area. And even with the metro rail, that's another story. Houston has really horrible public transit. You do need a car to survive out here, unless you find a place where it's central to like all the stuff that you need. Then you just don't have to do shit. It's like whatever. But for the job, it's not in my area. It was definitely not where it needed to be. So I was like, fuck. I get there. It's 2 minutes. I'm sweating bullets. But whatever. I don't look good in my suit no more, y'all. It is awful. It is bad. I am like, fuck. So I'm trying to dry off in the bathroom right before we get in there, and I got to do this whole interview and shit. I got sweat stains, the full bit. I was like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Shout out to the moderators today. Y'all doing your big ones. Where is my phone? Oh, actually, I need to find my tablet real quick. Hold on, y'all. Actually, no, you can come with me. What am I doing? Y'all can come with me. So I'm in the bathroom. I get myself together. I'm like, it's whatever. It's whatever. Damn, what did I do with my tablet? I had to use it for something earlier. And so I get on the elevator. The elevator don't have no air conditioning, so I basically got hot again. I was like, fuck. I found out that it was a group interview, so that made me really upset. Because I was like, I was prepared for like a one-on-one. This is a group interview. Now I got to compete with everybody. And it's a whole bunch of different kind of people. It's like a whole circle of like 15 people. And we're all trying to get our like voices in. Mind you, this ain't even for retail or something like that. Group interviews I'm used to like for retail or like, you know, Walmart or some shit. No, this is like for a company where I would have to work basically 2 days in town, 3 days at home. That was the idea. And it was, I don't want to say it, well, kind of like a call center, but not really a call center. It has to do with some loan company where I got this interview from Indeed from, right? So group interview, is over with. That was an hour in a room, about 15 questions. I got in maybe 2, 3 answers in. I'm gonna say 2 because the third one I was piggybacking off of somebody else, but the first 2, that was on me. Bet. So they asked me for a second interview, okay? They're like, okay, but we need like an hour to get some things together. Y'all can just go around downtown and explore. I'm like, nah, it's hot outside. I'm trying to like mind my business and do what I need to do. Get ready. I don't leave. I stay in the front, in the foyer where, you know, the receptionist and all that kind of good stuff. I am on my phone, minding my business, not looking at anything crazy. I'm just telling myself, Matty, you got this, you got this, you got this. So 3 other people who got asked back then were called in individually and they were talked to. Okay? It was one by one. It's me, 2 other guys, and this older woman. I'm like, oh, we all got hired. That's the tea. They're just doing this one by one. Baby, that lady came out and said, hey, everyone, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to, like, do this another time. We have filled the positions. We will be hiring again. You can resubmit your application in October. I had to ask her. I was cause trust me, I was about to walk out the door. Cause I was like, I need a job, bitch. What's happening? No shade. I was like, so I'm confused. You like asked for about 7, 8 of us to stay behind. 3 people go in, and then all of a sudden, because I guess it's 5 o'clock now, we're wrapping this up because the workday is over with, or what? That was my confusion. I was like, so why are we stopping this? Because like, what's going on? Well, we thought we had more positions, but apparently they had hired some people out of house who did not have to come in, they were looking for some bilingual folks, but I was there specifically because I wasn't bilingual. That's why they wanted me in-house. But the people who were bilingual that got the job, they had their phone interviews. So you got to do that at home. I had to get on a bus, roll all the way over here. I haven't been on a bus in years. Just for this, because again, I'm trying to take my life seriously. For you to then tell me that didn't happen, it does, like Felicia, that told me it's a lot of turnover. Who knows how long I'd have had that job, it still would have been money. That's how I was looking at it. I was like, it still would have been a coin, at least for 2, 3 months, a little something extra on top of whatever, right? Like that was where my mind was going. Like even if the turnaround was bullshit, it's enough for me to get a car. Because that's what the job is really, I'm trying to get another car. So like, I took it for what it was. I was like, thank you for your time. She's like, no, we liked you and everything. It's just you know, it just happens sometimes. And I'm so sorry. And you know, I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. And everybody's leaving defeated. I'm now having to wait on this bus. But the gag is that the buses don't run as frequently anymore because it's after 5 now. So I'm downtown for a whole nother 35, 45 minutes just sitting there at the bus stop, fully defeated, in my full suit, sweated boots. I was looking up an Uber, but I was like, I'm not about to pay this money because I gotta save my coin. I kept on saying that, like, Matt, we're gonna save, we're gonna chill. Pull it together, friend. And I rode that bus back home, and it took like another 90 minutes to get home on top of a half-mile walk. So when I say I didn't want to go live Thursday, I didn't want to go live Wednesday, I barely wanted to go live today. That is where my mind was at. That's the feeling I had, because I was over it. I really was. I was fucking over it. And I said, I actually did something that made me so uncomfortable, and it did not pay off. And I was like, I hate these manifestation motherfucking ass bitches. You gotta get uncomfortable to get fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Cause what I did not no reward. None. I was mad. Like man, I just sat here and sweated through a nice, good old nasty suit. I could have taken that suit to other place. I was so mad. So, needless to say, I spent the last couple of days just how I was able to unwind in any sort of regards. I played Final Fantasy X. I absorbed myself in a video game. I am literally almost done with the game. I'm at Unalesca right now. That's how far I dived my, because that's, I guess, one of my what did my therapist say? One of those, the things that you do to like pull yourself back in. I have to deep dive video games. I have to like lock in. I have to turn my phone off. Do not disturb. I have to just be like this. Because if I don't, I'm gonna lose my grip. I'm gonna lose my grip. Especially with it, coping mechanism. Thank you, Kiki. I couldn't get that out. Especially with it being what, the 25th? Thank God this is a 31-day month, so I can feel at least an extra day of like, I can pull something together. We can do a good video and people will like it. We can do this and that and the other. So that was the week, if you will. I went and saw Superman as a form of love for myself because this is around the same day and all that kind of shit. So I went to the movies. I sure the fuck did. I took a shower and went right on through. I was like, oop, we going to the movies. I have to do something. That was me. I was like, I have to do something. I gotta do something for me. I haven't gone to the movies in a minute and it really upset me, but also the movies are so expensive now. And even on matinee days, hell no. Do you know what I have to do? I've learned this is a new rule. I no longer will buy anything from the concession stand unless I have a free coupon from my movie theater. There is a restaurant, it's a nice restaurant. If I go during the matinee times, I get the lunch prices. So that's what I did. I went and saw Superman for $9, yes. And then I went to the restaurant right across the way afterwards, picked a to-go order up and took it home to enjoy, and that food was $12. So I spent, what, $21, $22 that day and got a full meal on top of a good movie? Oh no, I'm an AMC member, and so I get I get points back when I spend, but I'm not on the A list because I don't have a car and it makes no sense for me. I'm just gonna be honest, it makes no sense to spend Uber to go back to the movie theater. I'm like, that's defeating my purpose. So I have to like pick and choose. But I will say that the A list, not the one with the 3 movies a week, but the one that I do have, there are extra discounts that I do receive, which is why I paid $9 for a Dolby movie. That I was very happy for. And I got a $5 coupon the next time I go. So let's talk about Superman. Why are people so mad? Oh, why? There are people who are so angry at this movie and are like dedicated to shitting on it. And I don't understand. Like I watched the movie and I was like, this is great. This is actually quite wonderful. I will say the first half of the movie felt like I was watching a clip show. I'm not gonna lie. I have so many questions for James Gunn on why there were so many cuts. Like there's one part in the movie where it was so obvious, like they end the scene, blank screen, moving on to the next subject. It was like there was no there was no transition. It was straight up like the end of an episode and we're watching it on Netflix and then all of a sudden the next one starts again. That definitely did happen in the first couple of minutes of the movie where I'm just like, is this a bunch of clips put together? What's going on? Now, second half to the end. Yeah. The second half in the third act to the I was pleased. I was pleased. And I realized the reason why it felt like a clip show in the first half, because I was like, what is the running time on this movie? 2 hours? 2 hours for a superhero movie? Because Fantastic Four is next on my list of things I need to go see. I looked up the Fantastic Four running time, 1 hour, 55 minutes. We're not in here for 3 hours? We're not in here for a treacherous journey through the woods? No. We're going to get to the point? Oh, sign me up. Because that's been one of my takes with the origin story movies with superheroes or anything to do with like the beginnings of a trilogy. Ooh, they be taking forever. It's always the first one. Ooh, it take forever. Oh, it's all, it's taking forever. I don't like that shit. Especially because I know the lore and I've already done my research prior to the film, or if it's comic book, like I grew up with that shit, so you're not gonna tell me nothing new. But yes, I will say the first half was a little tough to get through because it wasn't really establishing anything. It was everything is already set up. So this movie, Superman, is not some origin story film. I think a lot of people went into it thinking that it's supposed to be like this origin story. It is not. It is very much Clark is already established. He's been dating Lois. He's been a part of the scene. Like there's already an opinion and a take on him. And this felt very Superman versus Lex Luthor. Okay. I will give the movie so much credit for many things, but one of the things I did like the most is that I walked away hating Lex Luthor. I walked away going, I hate that man. I hate everything about that man. And the fact that he represents so many people. And that is what giggled me about Lex. Everybody who hate on the movie that keeps on bringing Snyder up, I'm like, oh, that's him. So that's why you mad, because James literally wrote about you. James wrote about you through Lex Luthor. Down. Whoever wrote this script. Oh my God. I was like, ooh. I kept giggling at so much that they did with Lex Luthor because the actor played him perfectly. Like, I hated that man. That's the idea. But then when you get into the nuances and the lore, and then you find out more about Lex and I'm not going to give too much away, but something that he utilizes to get rid of people and the way he gets back at them, I was like, oh, yeah. As a social media content creator, yes, that is exactly who that is. That's exactly what this is. Exactly that. And the people who work with him, exactly that. Oh, I love that. I was very happy with how they did Lex. Very, very, very happy. Mr. Terrific was my favorite of all the characters. A friend of mine brought up that they didn't like that he felt like the black co-worker in the movie, but then I thought I had to, for me, I explained, yes, it felt that way because I am that person in those scenarios and situations of, no, what the hell? And be serious now. Why are y'all always doing this dumb shit? But I guess I read more out of that context. Like for me, that wasn't my main focus, and I do like Mr. Terrific. I'm not super into his lore as a DC character, but as my first time really getting to experience it, I like what they did with his character. I like how they showcased his abilities, and I like that he was more central in the story than Green Lantern and Hot Girl, who are in the movie, who do play valuable roles, but Mr. Terrific played a way bigger role than those two. And I appreciate James Gunn and the writer for making that happen, because I would not have been as interested in this film if Mr. Terrific was given what Hawk Girl was given, and what it wasn't Hal Jordan, it's what's his name? Gardner. What's that man's name? And Green Lantern. I like what they did with his character. Lois Lane was cool. Mr. Terrific is like super intelligent. He's supposed to be the smartest person in the world. Guy Gardner, thank you, Crash. I was like, no, it's not Hal. That's definitely not Hal. But he's supposed to be extremely intelligent, and so he also like works with nanotech and robots and this, that, and the other. And he basically could match Lex Luthor on a good day. on every day. He could low key. I think he is smarter than Lex in my personal opinion. I was like, let me look this man up because he's been in some of the cartoons, but it's been the ones I haven't seen of him. I'm like, I know old Justice League cartoons back in the gap, which I was like, oh, he's in some of the newer ones I haven't watched yet in the movies. Okay, bet. But his super intelligence plays a factor into a lot of things that he can do and does, this, that, and the other. And he was extremely instrumental in the movie. Extremely instrumental. I'm not going to give it away. But yes, he was one of my favorite parts. Metamorpho was the other one. He had a good amount of screen time. I wish there was more, but I liked what they did with his character and they showcased his powers, which were super fucking cool. Love that. Crypto got on my nerves, I'm not gonna lie. This is why I'm a cat person. Crypto got on my nerves, but I love how they utilize Crypto in this movie. I really did. Yeah. I liked how they utilized Crypto. There is a little Easter egg surprise towards the end of the movie that does relate to Crypto, and I won't give it away. But I was in that movie theater like, I know you lying. I said it so loud. I said it so loud, y'all. I was like, I'm sorry. The last 10 minutes now, really? Oh, okay. So what are we doing for the next? Like that was me. What are we doing for this next movie? Because I thought it was a gag at the end. I was like, okay, that was I was not expecting that, but work. But let me get off the characters individually here. Overall, the movie was not perfect, but it was fun. It felt good to watch, and I love the messages behind it, especially with Clark Kent's adopted family. You know, he's an alien from Krypton and all that good stuff. I love the moments he had with, those parents of his that are on Earth. And I did appreciate a lot of the story and the lessons that they were telling us and, all this, that, and the other. So I did like the movie. It was good. It was a fun movie to watch. It was feel good. Everyone being hypercritical of stuff, I guess that's just the new thing nowadays or whatever, but I personally think it's a fun one. I think it's a great popcorn flick. It is something to see, and it was entertaining, and the action scenes were very cool. Very cool. I don't even like Superman like that. I'm a Batman guy. I'm more of a Batman universe person with Arkham and Gotham and all that. That's more my tease. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, that's me down. I love the lore of that. But Superman, I've never been a fan of Metropolis. Boo, it's like whatever. This one was fun though, and I think James Gunn has that touch of taking things sometimes and making them very like, come on, you gonna be all right. Come on, you gonna like these, you gonna like this. So it was a good movie. I think anyone that was a little bit critical of it or took it a little too seriously, I might want to squint at. But I assume that those same people were mourning the loss of a well-known racist the other day. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like Lex Luthor as a character in general. I always hated his villain and whoever he was. He's jealous of oh my God. Like who cares, right? Do you think David did a better job than Henry? I'm not comparing the two. I think they played two different Supermans. They were given completely different scripts, told how to play those characters in different ways and forms, and that's what I got. If it's about who looks better, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Personally, a sandwich would be had by me. Okay? I don't even like Wonder Bread, but that'd be a sandwich, bitch. Okay? But, I think they got, to me, it was two different Supermans, and I think the comparison is fucking silly. They also look like they're brothers. If we're really gonna talk about it, they look related. But like, I can't compare the two, because to me, one was trying to be super serious, real super serious, and everything's really dark and big. Like that, I didn't care for Snyder's version, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because I I really didn't give a fuck, right? To be just being real. Didn't even like the way they went through it all. Like, looking back at Wonder Woman, that was trash too. Gal Gadot is trash. It's bad. Like honestly, that was just for a certain type of group of people. I like what James Gunn is doing because that's one of the reasons why I like Guardians of the Galaxy. He knows how to do ensemble cast very well, and he also knows how to make a person feel human. And especially in stories where it doesn't even seem like that is literally the take we're trying to have here. Like, he makes people interesting and he makes you want to be invested in that character versus fearing them or admiring them to the point of wanting to emulate said character. He makes people relatable. He does not make them worshipable. And that's why I like what James Gunn did with this one. I don't like that version. I really hated Man of Steel. That movie was overrated and tired. And to me, I'd rather watch this one over again versus Man of Steel. I don't have a lot of respect for that. It was a boring movie. Like Ryla, all of that's on HBO Max right now. You know, they're back to being called HBO Max. And I watched Man of Steel, and I was like, this shit is boring, bro. Like, this is not good. This is not good. This movie's not good. It's boring. It's very boring. It's very tired. The coloring of it was crap. I was like, girl, this is stupid. So no. No. I've been hearing positive things about Fantastic Four, and I've been hearing a lot of positive things about Sue in particular with Fantastic Four. They were like, she was mothering in that movie, and I'm like, that's the one I'm going to go see the film for, not Pedro. I don't give a fuck about him. I've had enough of the Pascal. Like, he's a great actor, but also the same in every movie now because he's been in so many films so consistently that his character's starting to really blur together. And that's a problem when actors take on these roles and they take them way too many at the same time. And now we're sitting there with 4 movies and 4 different shows that you're in, and I have now lost the plot of you being an actor because I assume that you're the same character in every fucking movie. See, that's the problem with Pedro for me. I like him. He's great, and he does deserve his flowers. He's a great actor. He's starting to give me the same person every film. Keanu Reeves is different because he's not a good actor, in my opinion, and he just acts the same in everything because he is Keanu Reeves. Like, if you draw a face on a piece of wood, it will still be a piece of wood. That's why it's called plank. You know, he needed Jimmy to give him a goddamn contextual character. So it happens with certain actors who do too much because they're trying to get that coin, and that's fine. If I was an actor, baby, I would be taking on the roles too like that now, let's be clear. But that's the same. Neo and John are the same person. Just John Wick grew a beard and Neo wasn't self-realized. That's tea. Neo was like, I just became a 25-year-old. And then John Wick's like, I'm 45 and I've grown my beard. Same fucking person. Even in Sweet No... Oh, don't do it, Matthew. But like, yeah, same person. Nicolas Cage, too. Same actor. The best work he's ever done was that one film where he didn't say anything. That is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. Is that bad? The one where he didn't say not a goddamn word until the end of the movie. And it was supposed to be a Five Nights at Freddy's. What was the name of that movie? That movie was really good. I loved it. His character in Speed was a little different. See, you're missing it. He was the same person. That was the beginning of the same. Go back and watch it. I put it on everything. Go back and watch it. The beginning of the same. That was the most emotion he ever had, with Sandra Bullock almost dying on a bus. Willy's Wonderland. There we go. That was the name of the movie. It was good. I like that movie. Yeah. I think maybe I'm traumatized as a kid because if y'all remember, I told you when I was younger, my parents would take us to R-rated movies and things that were not for kids, like because they just didn't feel like missing out on films, and we had to go to. Plus, if we went by ourselves into a movie theater, who knows what would happen? Because we were crazy. So I had to go see a lot of Nicolas Cage movies in the 90s. And again, if you knew 90s babies, if you knew Nicolas Cage was the actor in the 90s, one of the actors, man, I had to see everything, and I hated it so much. Being forced to go see The Rock, being forced to go see Face Off, being forced to see Con Air, I was over it. I was over it as a kid. And that is where my hate for that man came from. I kid you not. I kid you not. That had to be it. That had to be it. Had to. Oh, I hate National Treasure. Again, anything that man did, I was like, fuck this dude. I could not stand Nicolas Cage growing. I couldn't take him. Could not take him. I could never take him serious. I was like, who is this cornball? Always talking like this in every film. What you're missing is, and God damn it, whenever he yells and the way he moved that neck, and call me a hater. I'll be the one. I will be the one. I'll be the one. Were you forced to see it? Yes. Yeah, and I had to, my dad hated me. Because I did this throughout the whole movie. I just kept on turning my head because I was like, this is, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was Tom Hanks. Wait, no, Nicolas Cage wasn't in the Da Vinci Code. It was Tom Hanks, but I hated that movie too, and I had to go see that movie. Was Nicolas in Da Vinci Code? No, that was Tom Hanks. Yeah, Tom Hanks was in Da Vinci Code. But I did have to go see that movie. I was forced to go see everything in the except for all the movies I wanted to go see. Like anything that was like somewhat gay, nah, I couldn't go see that shit. But if it was like very much, what's the word I'm looking for here? If it's on the Fast and Furious kind of vibe, because that's my dad's taste in films, I'd always have to go. I'd have to trick him to go seeing movies. Like when I tricked him to go seeing American Psycho, and oh, he was so mad. Oh, he was so mad. He was so mad. Because, you know, my dad was like a straight up homophobe. So, like, that bathroom scene, the car ride home. That's all he could focus. Like, the whole movie is done. And, like, we could talk about the film. Because I was reading the book by Bret Easton Ellis. I actually like, that's one of my favorite authors, by the way. Bret Easton Ellis, yes. I like his dystopian 80s sort of way of telling stories. It's very interesting. But that was like when I was growing up, when I was into books like that. But I remember I read the book and I knew what was like going to happen. So that was one of my first experiences. Like I read the book and now I want to see how it's going to be before even Harry Potter came out. Because I was already reading Harry Potter. Before that, it was American Psycho, Christian Bale, right? Whoa! I was like, because I sold it to him like this. I was like, we're gonna go see this business movie. It's a business movie. This guy's like a stockbroker, and he like, you know, is like, you know, all about like his business and shit, and he ends up like losing it a little bit or whatever. And yeah, that's I was going straight to hell. Straight to hell for that lie. Straight to hell. Straight. Because, like, what is that? What do you mean? That's not what the movie's about. What do you mean? What do you mean? My dad was watching people get chopped up. He was like, what is going on? I was like, what? Oh, that was so funny. I'd do it again, too. Shit. There we go. Ooh, okay, that's a cool question, Lyrics TV. I'd love to answer that. Let me close this up real quick here. And y'all, shout out for tuning in to me today on this Friday. I know this is a random live. It was one that was already scheduled, but you saw what happened with that. So hopefully people still see this video up and they want to tune in and everything. But thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. If you do want to drop a tippy poo in my jar or show me a little bit of love, it really does go a long way. Please and thank you. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924 or $MattyRants, and Venmo MattyRants. Anything and everything is super appreciated, and I thank you for being here. And shout out to DW for the first and only super chat right now of the day. So, guilty pleasures going down YouTube world. Woo. Hold on, let me get some water real quick. Let me get some water. I have not eaten yet today. Why haven't I eaten today? I mean, I've been busy. Busy. And whenever I like get caught up doing stuff, I just forget to eat. So probably after this, I'll make something like for sure. Do you think follow girl? Wait, do you think follow? Wait, huh? Did you mean to write still and it autocorrected Leviathan? Do you do random guilty pleasures? Some are mine are rock tumbling videos and videos about old hog. Okay, so you're gonna gag over mine. You're gonna gag. Okay, so there are a couple of things in my algorithm that thank you, D. I see the tippy poo on Cash App. Appreciate you, babe. Okay, so there's one channel. As a matter of fact, I have to pull this up. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, Matt, because I want to make sure I say the name of these channels correctly. Okay, bet. Here we go. Oh, the Girl World video. Do you want me to tell you my current opinion on somebody in Syria trying to play like everything is okay with type 2 diabetes, bitch? Do you want me to talk about that? Because, baby, I can on top of the other drama. Because, my God, Chantel's a fucking idiot. An idiot. I'm embarrassed for her. She should be embarrassed. I'm here with my family. You look silly. Like, you literally moved to a country that is in a civil war. You're crazy, lady, but we'll continue. Having the nerve to come out there and be like, I'm learning so much about the things that I should be thankful for. So you went to a third world country to find humbleness? You old rat. And you can come for me, Chantel, because I know one of the things that you like to do is talk about people's looks. I chew you up. Period. I numb you up. I wear you low, Miss Girl. So I don't even need you to play with me talking about I look like anybody else when you over there looking like a swollen cotton ball and fucking hijab. The fuck you mean? I'll get there because like I can't stand that bitch. But at the same time, I also go, as much as I don't like her because she low-key is a bigot and she also is very much like a hater of all women kind of person. I want so bad for her to finally wake up so I can see the change and everything happen, because that's how I feel about Tammy Slayton. Because I watched 1,000-Pound Sisters and Tammy, your attitude still sucks, but like you actually did the work. And as much as it's like, I'm not going to look good with all this, you can get all that change. If you really wanted to be this person that you talk about, you can do it. I just can't stand that she just gaslights her audience and all that kind of crap. But shout out to Chicken Pickle, shout out to Piggy, shout out to Unicorn Pondu, shout out to not since I found out the other stuff. There are a couple of channels I do watch and some people on social media, Kristen, Bad Seed, Shenanigans on Twitter that I pay attention to and I keep up through the lore of that world. That is one of my guilty pleasures on YouTube, is being in Girl World and watching from the outside. Someone who used to be on this channel actually is a supporter of somebody in Girl World, which is wild because when I saw them in the chat, I was watching someone's you know how they get the screen grabs or they do the recaps. I saw their name in the chat and I was like, but when we used to talk, you used to drag. Okay, bet. I was like, all right, work. I said when you used to drag that girl, but okay. I think it's wild when I see every time. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. But outside of that, because that to me, I have to step away from sometimes when it gets a little toxic. It gets very negative, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta step away from this for a second, if you will. Lip gloss. Do you know the lore of her? Do you know the full bit? Talk about was addicted to was. There's a whole burn mark on her lip from the pipe that she wants to act like DW. Not allegedly. This is all on camera. Oh no, this is not this is on camera. There is still footage of this on YouTube where you could type in her name and crack, and then it will pull. Yeah, I'm not even bullshitting. I'm not even bullshitting. I know the lore from like, when did I jump in? I jumped in right before the Crackhead Olympics. I jumped in right before she met Nader. That's what I jumped in. That's what I learned about her. That's what I learned. I learned right then and there, and it was crazy. Crackhead Olympics is one of the best times on YouTube if you were in that world, because you learned a lot about that lady that day. And her Cuba rage, which she always acts like she's higher, but she is still the same person. She put on a hijab. That's why a lot of us don't like her now, is she's cosplaying as a Muslim. She was living in Kuwait for 3 years, never learned the language while she was there, never tried to. She knows the small things to say that her husband teaches her. And she tries to act pious and higher and above others, yet she still partakes in drugs. She still calls people out their name. She uses slurs, ableism, racism, all of that, and then some. Right, remember when she showed up to, yes, goodbye to her grandmother on her deathbed, hi. Yes, yes. And wait, don't forget though, lip gloss. The way that... It was the fact that she also would rather have been with somebody. Okay, hold on now. Something that Charlie Gold talks about. Shout out to Charlie Gold. But I wish the other vloggers would do this more, the reactors. Chantel fetishizes men of color. And no one talks about that enough for me. She fetishizes men of color. Okay, I'm not gonna say black men because that's a given, but she fetishizes them, but she also is racist. And I will give you one example just for me and me paying attention. If I was one of the Girl World reactors, I'm not, but if I was, she'd hate me because the way some of my other reactors who I'm watching, I want to send Unicorn, because Unicorn, Pondu, and me are cool. I want to send him so much stuff that he misses sometimes where I'm like, you need to talk about that. Did you see that? Okay, so if you notice a pattern with her, she only goes after Middle Eastern men or black men in general. Anybody who's considered exotic. If you listen to her talk, she idolizes the idea of being a foreigner or being someone who's considered exotic. Number 3 in my reference for this, when we go into her, look at the timeline of men who she's talked about and watch how she praises the fact that they're from other countries and that they have olive skin or a darker complexion than her. This is all through the footage and lore that's out there, like dead ass. She has a fetish for men of color, period, but hates black women. Remember what she called Charlie Gold as a black woman? And instead of gold, she called her Charlie Cole? A dark-skinned and melanated? Yes, that shit. Then you got, okay, baby, I can really, when I tell you, I can pull it. I can pull it if I need to. When it comes to this lady, because like, trust and believe. Yeah, like it's all there. It's all there. Okay, remember when she was in Kuwait for the first time and they had met this dude named Allah who was supposed to be Salah's friend, and they met the wife and all that shit, and then they found out that she was talking that shit, right? Lip gloss. Let's talk about it. Boom, here we go. Remember when she was describing how Allah was talking about his wife And then when she said that they even had these men over here, but she goes, she had 4 men in her house, like, because she's a Muslim, so that's supposed to be bad. So that was Chantel scolding her as a white Canadian former atheist who's now a Muslim, who told everyone that she's putting on a hijab because it would cover her chins. That's on camera. To then go, I never said that. That's not what I meant. I meant I'm devoting myself to Allah. No, girl, you said that you wanted to put this garment on because it makes you look better because you're too fat. That's what you said. And it covers your chins. That's what you said. That's what you said. So she then go back to me describing the situation. She had to emphasize they were black men. She didn't just say black men. She goes black, like that. She was like, black men. That's right. Black men. And it's like, why the emphasis on race over there? She has also referred to Asian people as having with the eyes and saying a certain slur. She also has used the R slur when it comes to people who she finds she disagrees with. It rhymes with leotard. Yeah, like all of that. Oh yeah, like it's all up there too. She made fun of the Uvalde shooting by playing Pumped Up Kicks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Yes, baby. Used. Oh honey, hold on. Let's not. Then she told a story about her meeting a disabled man and using him for money to buy. Girl, don't get me started. Has paid escorts, doesn't want to own that up anymore, and all this kind of stuff. Brags about it. Was with a man who was married to somebody. Bragged about being with somebody. Okay, y'all not ready for it. Then when she was with this one dude who didn't even want to be with her, one of the fans ended up getting with the guy, Dee Dee, her old knock-kneed, ugly fucking ass. And she ended up being so desperate for this man that she ended up eating out this woman's cat. Just for that, to then come online and be like, you guys, like, this is so not fair. I can't believe this. On top of that, she's put false police reports out claiming that the person was ABU, you know, the rest of it. Then when the guy showed her attention, contacted the police and retracted the statement. Yes. So again, the lore behind her is insane. And she thinks that putting on a hijab and saying Bismillah is going to stop all that. Girl, boop. Oh, can't forget about the animal ABU, whatever. That's how she got kicked out of Kuwait, because she was trying to take money and use it as a charity for this cat. And you're not allowed to ask for money in Kuwait via online, whether PayPal or all that kind of stuff, right? And so they ended up getting reported and all this kind of shit. Oh, it was a lot, y'all. It's a lot. And now she's in Syria, where her husband had to flee, who he is actually Syrian, but was living in Kuwait. But because of what Chantel did, and yes, because of what she did, they had to flee. And she's acting like that didn't happen, but they were actually going to press charges on her. She didn't want that smoke because she already got a bunch of other legal shit going on. Moved to Canada, couldn't be in Canada because in reality, she got doxxed. Because she was telling people, ha, 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 I beat y'all. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm a fugitive. It is what it is. And she ends up getting doxxed. Had a cat in an apartment. She wasn't supposed to have the cat in. Wasn't supposed to be smoking in that apartment. And in reality, when people are like, oh, she had to go to Syria because of her man. No, baby. One thing about Chantel, the man already cheated on her. She is going to keep an eye on him and suffer through whatever she has to suffer through to make sure that her man is never going to do that again. That's the tea. Oh, you talking about when Salah wanted to shit on that girl? And that was what happened when she went back to Canada the first time. And then this girl named Kay Bella, who was also a person that was following Foodie, who had kind of set this all up and basically like, oh, the lore crash is so much. This man wanted to do a lot of things to this woman and then sent penis pictures, all of that on the Bible, wanted to basically be a blasphemer. Like blasphemy, like to like sort of a fuck you to Christians. Yes, I'm not even lying to you. And so Chantel was like, no. We need to talk. I do have a Discord. Yes, lip gloss. Yes, lip gloss. Matty-Rants in the Discord. There are off-topic little sub-chats, so if that's one you want to get into, we can go in. Because I'm quite aware of all the lore, all of it. Milky Chad, all of that. I'm aware of all of the lore when it comes to it. I just don't want to cover her because I've seen how she does other people, where she literally gets her audience to attack folks. She has doxed people. She has literally called people's school before she's had people to do that. Like all that kind of good stuff. She at one point was very entertaining to watch. Not even gonna lie to you. Because I went and down the lore and I was like, shit was entertaining. What happened? And then you find out there's a whole lot of insecurity in that 400+ pound body. And I think she's really sad and she doesn't know that we can't see that. Like, she's really suffering a lot. And she don't know that we've already clocked it. We have figured it out. We did. Whew. Y'all, we're gonna take a trip at one point in time. We are. So we will have to get up. I'll have to have my camera off, but you're gonna walk with me for a second because I do have an order that is on the way here. And it was supposed to be after this, but I went live longer than expected. And also we're talking and I'm having fun and it's been forever. And I got some tippy poos. Hold on. Excuse me, the burp. Actually, I need to find some new shorts. I can't copy paste it. Someone email it to me. If you have a Twitter or an Instagram, just let us know there. And then one of the Rant Pack people, if you want to be a part of this Rant Pack, you're always welcome. But yeah, one of the Rant Packers can send it to you. Because I do need to be more active in the Discord. I forget I have it sometimes. Evan. Oh, I love this picture. Long overdue tippy poo. Thank you, Pooks. Thank you, baby. How are the kitties? Where are they? Let's see if they're in nap mode right now. Oh, YouTubers that I watch. There's this one that I do watch that's kind of depressing, but he like covers like people dying in natural cave disasters. Scary Interesting is the name of the channel. I also watch Dead by Daylight No Commentary. Love it. Because I like watching people play Dead by Daylight. Oh, do y'all want me to play video games again and just like schedule a day where we do it? Because I play Tekken rank mode like crazy now. And I think that's something we should do. Or get an RPG and like invest in like the RPG like on weekdays or whatever. Yeah. Cause I've actually been playing Final Fantasy X on my Switch, and I was thinking to myself, I could be playing this with everybody else right now, cause I'm like playing like 6-7 hours again. You know what I'm saying? Can we play again? Of course, of course. Wait, I have some questions. Let's go back. Where are the cats? I actually, at the beginning of the video, Mamu and Mina popped up. So they are at the beginning of this video. Oh, well, I found Mamu. Is Mina over here too? Desiree, haven't been able to in a while. Oh, thank you, baby, for the cash app. Desiree. Ooh, oh, there go Mina. Hi, mommy. Hello, Mina Weens. She like, you got this camera in my face, Dad. You want to see what she's done to my couch? Yeah. The culprit? The victim. The culprit? The victim. Yes, CB, he has covered the Nutty Putty cave channel. Bitch, okay, so CB, you know the shit I be looking at too. I'm interested in that kind of stuff. Like, no shade. And then Mamu over here. Mamu. Hey, Bubby. Hello. You just in the sun. I just brushed them today. I literally just brushed you today. Mama got grays. He got little white hairs too. He do. Isn't that right, me? Isn't that right? Meow. I love my babies. I love my babies. And trust me, the tips y'all are sending today, as much as I'm putting it into the pool of don't drown, I need to get more dry food. Cause let me not shake it. Oh, she's up. Fuck. This is almost empty. This big ass bag. We've got about 3 days worth of scoops left in there. We gotta get a new bag. Mamu is 3. And Mina will be 2. Oh my God, Mina's gonna be 2 this year. I just got you. Oh, she's up. She's up. She's up. She's up. She's up. Ooh, 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 she's up. She's like, see, Daddy doesn't have food in the bowls. Yes, I do. It's right there. But she already get. That's where the wet food is. The wet food always goes in there and dry food goes in there. Isn't that right? Beep. I am. We do dry food for the day. That is the grazing food. She ate this hair up, didn't she? Yeah, that's the dry. Crash! Thank you, baby, for the tippy on Cash App. Mwah, I appreciate it. Yay! I do look good. Why was I such a butt this week? I do look good right now. Matthew! I was so sad. Why? I just got a lot on my plate, that's all. I need to find some shorts to walk outside. Actually, I'll put these pants on. Actually, no, I need to... Hold on. It's so muggy. I need to put some clothes in the dryer. That's what we need to do. Is he here? Is he here yet? Okay, so I went and got that done yesterday. I completely forgot about the appointment. And I ended up going. So my hairstylist is also a Libra. We're both Libras. So you already know what that kind of time is. It's a lot of talking. We talk about everything. Oh, I love her so much. And so that's why I have to go get this done once a month. Once a month, I have to do this now. It's the new rule. My therapist says it's a great thing too, because she's like, you do feel, and the energy is so much better when you get your hair done. She's like, when you cut it before, it was fine, but I felt like you were always like, what to do up here? And she's like, I feel like that's also your community with her. I'm like, yes, I do feel that. Because when we get together, it's a key. Like, we have such a good time. She's renewing her vows, too. I'm so happy for her. But yeah, it takes her like an hour. Yeah, she do my hair in an hour. So what I do is there is no set specific style anymore. It is literally, I just said freestyle. Every time I go in there, it's almost like I'm paying for a little light therapy to get my hair done and to gossip and to chat and to kiki. And we're both Libras, so guess what? It's a lot of this. So she'll be just pulling my hair, yes, Matty, and yes, Matty. And I'm like, yeah, ooh, just, yeah, getting tugged and all that kind of stuff. I love it. So yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. It felt like a much needed reset, to be honest with you. I forgot I had the appointment. I was so stuck in my feelings over not getting the job and shit. And I was really hoping I would get my hair done before the interview, but they were like, Wednesday, let's go. I'm like, fuck. So, but yeah, she did a little freestyle on this one. I'm liking that we keep the hair tied and a little bunny in the back. It's cute. But I cut all this. That's all me. So I do that before I go to her, and then she do the top and do it like that. And so I cut my hair in the morning, and then I do my own shampoo and conditioner. And she always redoes it. I don't know how to detangle my hair. Like, I try. I think it's detangled, but by the time I get there after doing that, my hair is like curled up and shit. She's like, your 3C is, whew. I'm like, yes, it is curly, it is tight. The moment I finish detangling, like, immediately. So So this Willem and Mistress drama. Oh my God, it is so messy. Oh my gosh, it is so messy. It is so messy. So messy. I'm shocked that Mistress didn't bring up the blackface, to be honest with you. But I don't think she has. I think they've been like, well, what do you have? Like, why would you say something like that? And you and the whole Latino community talking about the blackface. That would have been a nasty shot. And anybody who is white that's doing that sort of thing that they do, she apologized for it. Can you get a white man, white girl, white they, them, and this, that, and the other? Do not tell black people how to feel about shit like that when you know damn well that y'all are not on any echelon of being oppressed in whatsoever ways. Da. So I cannot stand that. If you don't want to be held accountable for your forefathers, then stop bringing up black people in situations and you saying that's all we do. When I'm not the black person who is out in the video swinging on folks. So you can't do the same. That it's the same folks that do that shit. Well, we don't do. Well, girl, you be talking about all y'all the same. Okay, then. Pick and choose your battles. Either way, ask the Betty a real one. Now, I have my own issues with Willem and the disrespect that they gave me during DragCon one time when I was supposed to say hello to them. It was so weird because the first time I met them, they were nice. And then afterwards, when I tried to speak and say hello, they were very cold and gross. And I was like, okay, wasn't feeling that shit. But I'm thinking to myself, maybe they just didn't see me. Maybe they did it, but it was like an equal whatever, whatever. But it felt a little weird and crunchy. And my friend confirmed it because I was like, I'm walking away and my friend's like, and what was that about? Oh, I'm not crazy? I was like, okay, bet. I thought I was crazy. I was like, I know that girl didn't just do me like that. And I think it's because I did bring up the blackface thing one time before. And they're cool with somebody who I'm no longer cool with. So I was like, that must be what this is. Whatever, whatever. It is what it is. Whatnot. Now, Willem's response... If you're a fan of Mistress, I think you felt Mistress took that W. If you're a fan of Willem, I think it's more so in those lines. I feel like they're both... Like, they both were posting receipts. And, I don't know. It was interesting to see, and it was also giving like, well, you had to audition for the show, but they asked me. Girl, that was season 4. That was still logo days. Like, bitch, a whole Yahtzee rhymes with Yahtzee, if we're gonna talk about it, won your season. A whole Neo Yahtzee won your season. So I was over here going, well, as much as that's true, that was also a long time ago, and they were asking for people to be on the show because they were trying to get the show picked up. So it does eat, because that means Willem had pull back then to be asked to go on shows like that. It also don't land because it's like, okay, wait a minute, you talking about something from a long time ago. When y'all could call it, when you could have worn your blackface and the girls wouldn't have told anybody about it and they wouldn't have cared, or it wouldn't have been as big of noise. All right, we're about to go outside, y'all. Come on with me. Yes, I'm changing my shirt before I go outside. Now my traps eat. I gotta get these arms right. I mean, look at Kelly Rowland back on Freddy versus Jason. Our good sister over here calling Freddy Krueger a whole FA. You know the rest of it. All right, come on, y'all. You going outside with me? Hold on. Okay. I have to put the camera off because I'm about to see trade real quick. Give me a second. And shut up to that shit, but it's true. So give me like yes and yeah. So yeah. Okay, let me see if it's working now. Okay, there I go. What the fuck? Okay. So I was back this whole time though. That's the thing. It's so I when I put the video on, it was like so shut the fuck up like 20 billion times. And I was like, huh? Yeah. So I got back in the house and I was talking to y'all like this. Like I was like, let me read the chat. And then no one's responding to me. So I was like, what the oh my gosh. Okay, that's good. That's good. So y'all didn't hear them or anything. That's great. No. That's not anybody that I'm like talking to or anything else like that, but they are considered trade. So that's why I was like, let me have my camera off real quick. Let me have my camera off real quick. No. They know I had a bad day these past couple weeks, so they were trying to hook your boy up with a little something. So that's what that was. that was a free come through. I know it's been a little tough, but I got you, partner. Okay, bad. That's what that was. So, so my bad. But yeah. Because they're not in the lifestyle, but they participate if that makes any sense. But they're not in it like whatsoever. Hence the reason why I was like, let me have this camera off and all that kind of good stuff because I'm not trying to get this person exposed, and all that kind of shit. So, hence the reason why when they be talking about it online and they be on the TV show saying like, Drake, I'd be like, oh, y'all have not any idea what you're talking about. And it's okay. You don't know what you're talking about. It's okay. Um okay, so the Mistress Willem thing, I think right now for me, conflict wise, I'm just like this because it's like you know what I mean? Like it's like I don't care. Felicia, I also missed this because I was walking. Thank you for the tippy poo on um brain. Brain. DW, you know the trade I'm talking about because you used to stay out here. I love how I'm like, D, you know, you know who I'm talking about. That one that I used to, yes, but we're not nothing. But that trade, yeah, we still cool. We cool. We good. That's mine. We still cool. So yeah. I might have to help him out with something to do with his animal. He's trying to get me to take one of his dogs. I'm like, I have 2 children already, but he might have to surrender them. So I'm trying to find people to get the dogs so he does not have to take them to a shelter. They're the prettiest little pit bulls, and I'm like, I don't need them babies being put down. So I'm trying to help. That's another thing that I've been busy with this week. Yeah, because he can't take them to his next place. So I'm trying to find someone to come, like, you got a yard? Here you go. Because they're pretty. They're both super pretty. I'd take them if I had a house. I'd take them down. I'd take them if I had a house. But I'm not. I was like, I can't have these. I was like, I can't have them. Because, like, it took 3 days for Mina to be okay with Mamu. Imagine a dog. And I have a feeling my cats would be fine eventually. I don't want to go through that right now. Because I'd have to take both of them. I can't take one of the dogs. I have to take both of them because they're brother and sister. There is no way. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out for him now. Because he doesn't want to get rid of them. But he also, and it's emotional because he's been taking care of them since they babies. And he's like, I just don't know what to do. And I'm just like, well, we're not taking them to a kill shelter. That's the one. The two is we can find somebody. It's not that hard, but we have to start asking. And he's not used to this, so me helping trade. So I've been trying to help him in this process of finding somebody to take them babies. Because, like, yeah, we do not need that bullshit to happen. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Not the babies. Not the babies. Okay. We back. Every pit rescue or foster home in Houston would be better. That I've been looking for is the pit rescues in particular because they are pitties. And I'm like, if we take them to a regular shelter, they're more than likely going to be put on the kill list. So we need to get them to something specifically for pit bulls. So that way they're babies. They're like still kids. Like they're not even a year old. So it's like, no. Mm-mm. And they'll more than likely get adopted quickly because they're still trainable and all that work. And they're very sweet. Both dogs are very, very sweet. They wild though. Wild. Every time I have Kim over there, them dogs attack me. Well, they don't attack me, but they jump me with love. Like, I get jumped. Not, can I get a pet from you, sir? No, it's, hata! Every single time. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Have I opened my packs for Pokemon TCGP yet? Let's see. Pits are love attackers. Yeah, if I didn't have my cats, I'd have one dog for sure. So, I haven't done it yet for Drag Race Brazil. However, I am going to start that this weekend. So tomorrow, let me just go ahead and tell you, because I meant to tell you this at the beginning of the video. I'll be live like I normally am on Saturdays, except we won't be doing All Stars 10. It'll be Drag Race France All Stars. And I just did the ball episode. I just posted that reaction. So that's what I'm going to do for Saturday. Sunday is still going to be a panel day. Monday, I'm going to have the Brazil episode out. I was supposed to do that this past Monday. This is my makeup for that. And then King of Drag, Tuesday is going to be a double episode that I do as well. It'll be a live too. And then Project Runway doesn't start until the following week. Oh, and then we have to do our Big Brother chat this next upcoming week too. And I'm so glad I waited because there's been a lot that's been happening right now in that house to where I'm almost gathering up enough information on the last 3 weeks to where we could talk about that for hours. Because the first time I was like, I don't know, man, give me a little, I need some things to develop here. And now I'm like, okay, Betty Davis. Oh, I like All Stars France. It's good. I like this last episode too, the ball episode. Baby, Another Monday chewed. Oh, they were so good. So good. The right person went home. But yeah, I've been liking it. I've liked it. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes yet. I cannot speak on it just yet. Again, I've been in my own world of lots going on. So I will have something to say though next week, Ryla, because I got to catch up. I'm so behind. So behind. So behind. Okay. I have 2 packs. They're not going to give me what I want, but whatever. Nope, no sound. No sound. Boo. 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 Sometimes this game is bullshit. I can't, like, real talk. There are some times where they give me everything I want and then some, and then there are other days where it will go a whole week without me pulling anything, and I'm just like, this, y'all can go suck. I don't even, like, make a noise. Oh my God. Oh my God. Add me. No, you add me. No, add me. No, you add me. No, you add me. No, add me. No, you add me. You add me. No, you add me. No, you add me. Add me. No, you add me. I do have 2. I have 2 of the gold. So there's only 1 gold one for the current deck or whatever for Eevee. So like, I do have this one, and I have 2. Oh, couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I was like, 2. However, the only shinies I have for this one are Ralts. I have 3 of these. 3. There's so many different other ones they could give me, but I got 3 of those. And then shiny Ralts. Shiny Gardevoir. Shiny Gallade. Shiny Moltres. And shiny Arbok. Which I hate that I don't have an Ekans, and I don't want to use this shiny Arbok until I get a shiny Ekans, so only makes sense. Oh my gosh. And then this beautiful Eevee, of course. And then the only like rainbow art one I have of the Dragonite EX one is that one. Like Eevee Grove has not been a fun one for me. I've had better times with the other sets, and I'm trying to wait for the new one to come out on the 29th. So yeah. Oh, okay. So we were having a question about like down the rabbit hole of YouTube shows. Scary Interesting, Girl World, of course. Marcel Voss is this other guy who I watch, but his content is very specific. He covers Roller Coaster Tycoon stuff, and I play a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. So like, to give you an idea, like I watch a lot of his videos. Because I play the game, I like literally replay the levels and all that over with all the time. I love the game. It's one of the greatest games to ever be created, period. So yeah. And you can download Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic on the iPhone now, and well, it's been on the iPad, but now you can also download it for the phone. I was like, what? Like the actual OG? Yes. So, ba-da-doop. I'm missing some things. Maddie, I finally got a car. Oh, my friend gave me his old one, but I don't care. I'm just happy with the extra. Listen. As someone who doesn't have a car anymore, who is trying to get another car again, by all means, you did that. Make sure you get your oil changes. Make sure you take care of that baby better than I took care of my car. Please and thank you. You got it. Congratulations. Hell yeah. Wait, what? You was about to give your opinion on acid and diabetes with tea with MIB. Well, no, I went off into a tangent about it, but my original thought was to say Mistress didn't really go as hard as she actually could have gone if she really wanted to. And I found, what's it called? Willems to be like sort of lazy, if you will. No shade, because it was very much I'm just responding to her video, and it's very my resume, 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 my resume. It was just kind of like, okay, like, all right, bet. Okay, well, seems like you two should actually be very cool, is what I feel about the Mistress and William thing. They actually kind of, it seems like they should be a lot cooler. They almost feed, like, no shade. I'm kind of like, y'all kind of would make sense if you were friends now. So, you know, if that happens, let it be. Because I kind of see it, to be honest with you. But no, I just, to me, I don't care if that makes any sense. I don't care. Like how that opinion or question was blocked. Like, I don't care. I think it's all very good for both of them as far as clicking in for views to talk about drama. We have seen how this fandom acts like they want to be the barometer about what is dramatic, what is gross, weird, and wrong to them. But in reality, they love drama. They love the bullshit. That's why they don't tune into the review videos as much, and they're more interested in the drama happening around the Drag Race universe. It's almost like they're not even invested in the show anymore. They just want to be invested in these people's personal lives. So when Mistress takes something of Willem's opinion about themselves and then goes in there you go. And for Willem, it's the same play. Like, oh, you want to do that? Okay. Zoop. I'll respond. And now they've made a buck off of this. So for me, they did their job. She wanted to make that the topic. It was done. Willem responded. They could low-key do a back and forth for 3 weeks. Really, real talk. They could do a 3-week back and forth. Make quick coin off of us. That's how I'm seeing it. I'm glad they're addressing it or whatever, but I'm also going to myself, this is also good for the gander as far as your coins are concerned, because they're going to click on this because Mistress called you out, boom, and Willem, they want to see your response. And it was received. So as far as I'm expecting, that's what I'm saying, wild card, I'm expecting a collab now. Because we've seen before with Mistress, if she gets into it with somebody, there is a high opportunity or a chance that we're going to see them after they've squashed it, and they're going to play kiki about it. And then everybody who was enjoying the tension now has to calm down because they're given no other choice to, since they can't hate someone on behalf of another person because that person's no longer beefing with them. Oh. Which says a lot about everybody else, too, when it comes to this, that they just flock with who they like and they don't have their own opinions about what a person did or their actions that would make them say. Okay, is it back up or what? Yeah, it's got to be back up. Okay, is it back up? Something's going on with YouTube. Yeah, something's going on with YouTube. Because remember, when I was trying to do this live video, it wouldn't even allow me to. And I had to re-establish the live. You know what I'm saying? And then when I did that, remember, I went outside for a second, came back inside, and it immediately, like, bloop, it down. So I took off my Wi-Fi, Xfinity. I took off my Xfinity Wi-Fi, and now we're just doing it through the phone. Yeah, I think it's something to do with the app and with it connecting, because This was happening yesterday when I was even like trying to look at videos and I had to continue to refresh and do all this. I was like, try refreshing again, Purple Eater. Like just refresh the screen or like go out and come back in. It's okay. Yeah, it's definitely the app. They need to go ahead and do another update. They need to go ahead and do another update. But no, I'll be live tomorrow, Saturday. I'll be live Sunday, and I'll be live Monday. Tomorrow, Drag Race France All Stars 2. I'm probably only going to do episode 2 versus episode 3. I know I'm behind, but it's like, if I have enough time to get the Snatch Game in, I will do both episodes for tomorrow's live. Sunday is the panel day. Monday, it's going to be 2 episodes of Drag Race Brazil live that I will be talking about. And then I feel like I'll have caught up by then because then Tuesday, it's King of Drag Day. And that's how I'm going to do it. So, in conclusion. So, what did I feel? Today is the live to get back in the swing of things. Tomorrow is Drag Race France All Stars. Sunday panel. Monday Brazil. Tuesday King of Drag. I'll take a break Wednesday. Wednesday and probably come back Thursday for Hot Topics. That's what I'll do. So yeah. But yes, I'm sorry about all that, y'all. This craziness with the live. That may be my sign that it's time to go, but I wanted to answer a couple of things that y'all were talking about here. Because Kenny, oh, you asked me about the mega evolution for Dragon Knight. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. I kind of like it. At first, I was kind of like on everybody else's side with like, oh, I don't like this. Now, I'm kind of good. Like, I'm good. I like it. I don't hate it as much as everybody. Everybody's kind of mad about it. I was like, oh, it's not bad. Look. Like, it's not bad looking. It looks whimsical. It looks very fantastical to me. It gives more Puff the Magic Dragon in a sense of the whimsy, and I kind of like it that way. I'm good. So I was a little bit like, why is everyone upset? And also, can we wait till we see it like in action outside of just the trailer, like on our systems? Oh yeah, and the Laverne Cox thing too. Yeah, I gotta talk about that. I'm still hopeful to get a Switch 2. I want one for my birthday. I won't play the game unless it's on the Switch 2. I've made the promise to myself I'm not buying any new games, no matter what the cost is or the price, until I get a Switch 2. When I get that Switch 2, back to black. But because the Switch 2, I've seen people streaming with it more for video games, and I also saw a tutorial where it wasn't as difficult, like with the Switch 1. So that's why I was like, hold up. I'd like to get this, because if I can do Animal Crossing on YouTube, like I've been trying, and everything else I'd like to do, oh, I'll be so happy. But I want to Switch 2 for my birthday. That's the only thing I want. Because that technically would count also as my Christmas present, because there's really nothing I want this year outside of having a roof over my head, my cats being good, me mentally being okay, and a Switch. And a relationship be great. Ugh, whatever. Or at least be talking to somebody. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with this new Pokemon game. And I think that people are just hyping up and overreacting because it's popular to hate right now. As to Laverne Cox, love is love. Okay. I should have known when she started wearing them bullet bill fuck ass wigs. I should have known. Once I saw them backtracks up And the bob in the front, I should have knew better. Like, once it was giving a diabetic, like, staple kind of wig, I should have known something was wrong here. In the blonde color specifically, okay? There is wrong, but there's also me not being able to really speak on this. Wildcard, I believe at the beginning of this video, prior to the drama happening and it like going in and out, I stated as a cis gay man, I'm not going to be able to speak from a trans woman's experience in dating, especially a black trans woman at that, dealing with so much, okay? So can't speak from that level. Optic wise, and having a platform and being a voice and putting yourself on that pedestal, yes, you did. That's different from the optics of the situation and then being on camera and then talking about Kamala Harris and saying that there was no plan, which is wild to even give that take. And then it's from the optics of like that saying she's not looking out for me, but then technically you're dating somebody who literally is with a party that wants to burn you down and tie you to car and do every bit of horrible thing, calling you every name in the book. That's why to me it was really wild watching that conversation, because I didn't know how to receive it. It's like, I'm happy she's happy, but I'm also going, so there's a lot of contradictions in the way you've been carrying yourself and your platforms and how you've been speaking on things. And then you just come up on here on this camera and you just do what? Like, we want to celebrate you, but can we? Because technically you just added into the nonsense noise that is, well, there was really nothing that they could have done. Really? Because technically we could have done something, but yeah, pop off. And those issues could have been addressed later. And they needed to be addressed then, but like, better that than the other. And now here we are. So like, that was where I just... Yeah, CB, that whole statement about the percentage of black men in jail, and I'm just like, a lot of those people are in jail not because of the crimes that they committed, but because of the people that were wanting to fill up the spaces in those jails, Laverne. And that's wild that you would have this take. Again, I'm happy they're happy. Bills is paid, whatever. Happy for you. In that light. Everything else around it, though, I am so confused by her. And I don't want nothing to do with that no more. And I also feel like it's very Hollywood. You got everything that you want now. Okay, we good. See, we good now, because now that you got what you want, all the stuff that you were, like, on top of and active, no, not there no more. We good. It's all right. Nick, peace. Do what you do. I would have kept that. I'd have kept that. I'd have kept it. What? I'd have kept that. That would not have been. And it was almost like to be like, look, we could be happy. You should be happy. There should not be any stereotypes and people blocking you for the love that you deserve. Absolutely. But for what you stood for, but for what it stands for, but for what it is, optic-wise, this looks wild, bitch. And that's the tea. Hey, Maria, it looked wild. That's it. You look crazy. You sound crazy. Happy for you. But you look nuts. Squirrel. That's how I feel about Laverne. I watched the whole thing like this. You know, when you have your face and you can't change it when you listen to something, you're just like, what? Oh, it's still going. We're still doing. Oh, okay. This is what she wanted to do. That's how I feel about it. Oh, this is what she wants to do. Oh, okay. All right. Let her speak. Let her have the floor. Let her have the floor. AC, thank you for the tippy boo. I think it will go through. I think what will go through. Does anyone have a tip for wearing a do-rag when you go to sleep and it not flying off of your head in the middle of the night, because my do-rags be running away from me, okay? When I wake up in the morning, it's never on my head anymore, and this is be me, and I'm like, oh my God, my hair, where do they go? I'm not tying that bitch on hard so I can wake up with a headache. I just, no, that's not happening. Hold on, it's 4:30. Why is Bob's Burgers on at 4:30? It's Friday, yeah? Why is it on at 4:30? What channel is this? Is this Cartoon Network? Get the fuck out of what? At 4:30? 4:35, 5:36, then Family Guy. That's crazy. When you're at home all day, for the most part, especially with cable, you get used to the schedule, and when they change it up on you, it's always a gag. Like, there is never a warning. They change up. Comedy Central does this too. They change up that schedule, and it throws me off because I'm a creature of habit. So if something's a little off, I will be like, okay, now wait a minute, something moved, something's not right in the room. I bought a satin pillowcase so when it does spill off, I've got backup protection. I normally wear a stocking cap first, then, ooh, no, Trey. No. You see my big ass head? No. No. I can feel the headache. No. Wait, Steven Universe is coming back? Is Rebecca Sugar still going to be behind it, though, Kenny? Because if they're doing some sort of reboot, I don't want it. I don't want it. And they always shoot themselves in the foot, Cartoon Network, when they do that with Dexter and Powerpuff Girls in particular. When they showed the older episodes during the, like, flashback time or whatever, I see they canceled that because that used to be the thing over here. Though Gennady Tartakovsky, that and Primal. If you've never seen Primal either, such a good show. There's like no dialogue throughout most of the episodes. It's so good. They do that all the time, and it's like then they show the rebooted version of it, and you're like. Have you tried those bonnets that tie? No, I need to. Actually, I have one that I used to wear before I got my hair braided. That one, for the most part, would stay on unless I'm like wild sleeping. And I'm a wild sleeper for the most part, so it's gonna fly off. I just hate when I wake up and it's like dead ass underneath the bed. I get so confused. Like, how did it get underneath the bed? Like, it couldn't have crawled. I'm assuming the cats are messing with me when I'm asleep. Like, that sort of tea. Lars and the Stars spin-off with Rebecca and Ian. That could be good, or it could be bad. Some people are mad that I think Lars is the one who's, like, leading it. But Lars was a very difficult but interesting character. Very that. But no, I love Rebecca Sugar. She's that girl. Pop off. I haven't talked about South Park. We can do it now. Did you see Trump's response? Oh my God. Tell me you didn't get it without telling me you didn't get it. And everybody on his side being like, no one's watching it anyways. Yes, they are. Everyone still watches South Park. Don't. Even the people who don't watch as much anymore, deadass always come back to it and rewatch it again. Girl, his response was funny. Oh my God, it was funny. I'm gonna read it to you. That shit was hilarious. I was like, oh, y'all are mad. Like, it lets you know you didn't get the fact that the show is all satire and they parody off of everybody. And to be very clear, as somebody who's like, you know, my political party, they were making fun of liberals and conservatives. Both. They dragged Trump. But the joke behind Trump and the whole, why does he sound like that guy? Remember, they did Saddam, in the earlier seasons when Saddam was still a thing and da 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 da, right? So a portion and a part of the show is you're acting like a dictator. And when Trump turns around, because it's no longer Mr. Garrison, because Mr. Garrison used to play Trump's character. And that was a whole thing. And he painted his face orange, and it was the rally, 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 and we're going to build the wall and all that kind of crap. So the joke is that he's acting like Saddam based off of you can't talk about me, I'll sue you, baby, all that. And that's the joke. That's the joke. That's the joke. It's the idea. But also for the liberals, they were making fun of them hard. The whole, woke is dead. We can't be woke anymore. I'm just going to take myself out by like putting yourself in an electric car to like pass out from the fumes. Like, give me a break. The whole thing was so funny. Like, the whole thing was hilarious. Like, it was honestly, it was quite funny. It was a great, they dragged him. And then they had to do this commercial at the end, which was making fun of AI too, where it was like, oh, so we have to? We have to? Okay, bet. And they did it. They promoted him all right. Oh, and NGP, the people who didn't get that, I'm like, how did you not get that? Cartman was listening to NPR, not to say ironically, but he was watching it not because he enjoyed it. He was watching it because the liberals were complaining on there, and that was the reason why he was watching it. He got entertainment out of liberals being upset at what the conservative agenda is. That's what people were not getting about that whole part, because Cartman is dead as a conservative, like down to it, right? And so his whole bit, the end of woke and being sad, it's not because he's a liberal, it's because Cartman is like literally the biggest racist ever. So he's sad that the thing that brought him joy, which was listening to liberals complain about something, is being, girl, that was brilliant. I was like, this is crazy. Like, no one is clocking this. Trump being in bed with Satan, fucking funny. The full bit of it, all of it. It was hilarious. I'm gonna sue you, guys. So, how has South Park not been canceled yet? Because South Park it's timeless, if you will. One thing about South Park is that every season, they're like right on the money. They're right on time with political, social commentary, pop culture, the full bit. Like, they're very much on it. So if we just talked about it 5 months later, it's going to be in an episode, and they're going to make fun of it to the supreme level of making fun of it, to the point to where we're not going to even take it that serious anymore. Or now that it's been made light of, we can look at it deeper to be like, why were we taking that seriously? That's why I think South Park is important. On top of, I will say though that the Tegrity Farm era was not my favorite. That was when Randy became some sort of like, I couldn't stand that one. Tegrity weed. Like, I could not take that part. Couldn't do it. That was my least favorite season, but I still watched it all the way through because there were some funny moments. But this last episode, I felt like they were back in rare form. Like, okay, the people of South Park got $1.5 billion for 50 episodes. That's 10 episodes a year with Paramount, a network that currently is like being said to possibly being on its last little wheels. And this is why we didn't get South Park for the last 2 years. So what y'all didn't know is that Trey and Matt were in this deal with Paramount to release specials through the Paramount Plus app versus in contract with, say, Comedy Central to release the episodes via cable, then to be put on Paramount Plus. Remind yourself that all of South Park's library of episodes is on HBO Max, not Paramount Plus, where Paramount Plus has all the specials. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. They're in a deal, and they were in deal hell. So you have your entire library on HBO Max. It was on Hulu, but then HBO Max bought the entire library. They have a deal with Paramount under Viacom, Comedy Central, where they were supposed to do specials specifically for Paramount Plus. It's supposed to bring people to the app. That's how we had the COVID special. That's how we had the Ozempic special and all that kind of shit. That was under contract for them. But then it became an issue when it was about the episodes for Comedy Central and what they were asking of them and what they deserved as far as pay based on what they bring. That's why we haven't had any episodes for 2 years. No new episodes. We've had specials from South Park. Hour and 30 minutes here, hour and 25, but not episodes. So yes, this episode premiering on Wednesday was a big deal because at one point, like Ryla was asking, have they been canceled yet? We thought, and it wasn't even about being canceled, it was the fact that they weren't going to get the money they deserved and they were just going to be like, okay, we're out. Because like y'all are fucking with us. And they also had to work on those video games too that they were under contract for. It was a lot to take in. But like now they're rich. $1.5 billion for 50 episodes. Like, as much as I'm here for Simpsons and all of that, I have to give it to the cable girls. Come on, South Park. No shade. They were never on network I think, no, that's a lie. Because if I remember correctly, the first episode, which was the Christmas episode, I think the pilot episode, if I'm going to be honest with you, I remember seeing that on network television one time, and then it had to go to cable. But that was a long time ago. I may be misremembering things, but I do remember it premiering on network television one time, and it was so vulgar, like, send it to cable. I gotta look that up. I also remember sneaking into the movie theater to see South Park bigger, longer, and uncut. 1999, I was what, 13? Because it came out on Thanksgiving, yes. Was it Thanksgiving? I think it was Thanksgiving. I just remember sneaking into the movie theater and watching it. And being like, wow. Because it was the movie, so everything was uncensored. Holy shit. MTV or VH1? No. It might have been MTV. I do remember it though. It was like that one pilot episode like sent everybody into a tizzy. Like everybody was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, absolutely not this show. And looking back at the older seasons compared to some of the newer seasons, the older seasons really weren't hidden. Like back then, yes, but the other ones, Because it's braided? What do you mean about the long, thin bobby pins? Like just to pin my hair and then like just let it sit to the side? Or, because I wouldn't want to put a bobby pin in these up here because that would just mess up the whole hole that's happening. So that's why I was trying to figure out like to put the bobby pins in for when I just have my hair out, or help clarify that one, please. But yeah. No, it's always been on Comedy Central, but I do remember because it was under Viacom, they had one of the pilot episodes play somewhere and it was like a big deal. I have to figure that out because like I remember seeing the whole thing go down and being like, what? And I also remember how crappy the episodes were because I was one of those kids that had access to cable and liked to come to school and talk about the shit I saw because some people didn't have access to it. So I was like the gateway. It's kind of how I ended up wanting to do movie reviews at such a young age. Because it's like, you saw that? Tell us about it. And I'd have to explain the whole thing. And I loved it. I'm behind on Dan to Dan. Dan to Dan came back. And I think Sakamoto Days is back too. Yeah? One or both of them are back. I'm behind. I need to catch up. I really need to catch up. It used to come on a local channel in Chicago called The U. See, yeah, it may have been a regional thing where some places got it on like a network, like television or, you know, a network TV station. There we go. A network station. Because I remember seeing it late at night on network television one time and being like, huh? It's not on cable? What? But it didn't last that long. Like, it was the early seasons and not the newer ones. Like, I know the Jennifer Lopez episode would never see the light of day on network television, even though that's one of my favorite fucking episodes ever. Taco flavor kisses. Taco, taco. Burrito, burrito. She's amazing. She's incredible. Way better than the other Jennifer Lopez. Oh, that episode is so stupid. And the name of the episode is so funny. Fat Butt and Pancake Head or something like that. It's like Fat Head, Pancake Butt, something like that. Or flavor kisses. Taco, taco. Like, I think when I started loving South Park, like for real, like when the seasons and the episodes became just so good and there was no denying it, I think I gotta buy a new one of these because I've done fucked up the little pant right here. I want to say season 8. Season 8 or 9. I think it's season 8. Do I have HBO Max on here where I can actually like give a good... Did I download that to my tablet? I don't think I did. I have to get a new tablet, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I think it was season 8. Are you gonna watch the new King of the Hill? I'm gonna give it a try. As much as I can quote King of the Hill with Bobby and all that kind of stuff, it wasn't really ever my favorite. And even watching the current or the rewinds of the older episodes on Adult Swim, I'm like, God, some of these episodes dragged, man. But some of them were really funny. Others dragged on and on and on and on and on. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the R. Kelly and Tom Cruise trapped in the closet. So I'm gonna pull out my gun. What? Tom Cruise in the closet. Why is he in the closet? Everybody's standing outside, asking why Tom Cruise in the closet. So I pull out my gun. It's John Travolta. Hey, Tom. Well, everybody says you in the closet. Tom, come out the closet. No, I don't want to come out. It's really kind of you. No, Tom, you gotta come out the closet. Well, you should really come in here. And then John Travolta goes in. Oh my God, it's so nice of you. I say South Park has the best Trapped in the Closet episode, followed by American Dad's Trapped in the Closet episode. That one is hilarious. The one where Steve is stuck in the locker. Now that open, here it comes. That one was hilarious too. Like, very much. Oh my God. I find it hilarious. I'm out in the closet. The Michael Jackson one's kind of sad because it's also true because they're making fun of police that profile black celebrities, especially black celebrity men, which was a true thing back in the day. Like, they make fun of white people, of white police officers, literally. Oh man, now that I'm thinking about that episode, yeah, that was like multiple parodies in one with Michael Jackson, Blanket, about that. Damn. Because that was about, parents not being that for their children, needing to have a childlike sense, but also needing to realize you have to grow up at some point in time. At the same time, with the police that were basically like profiling black people. Man, South Park was on it back in the day. Like that part when Cartman was in the bed with Michael Jackson and they're all in the bed together and he's like, yeah. Absolutely not. Let's see here. Oh, girl, you need a shot of B12. You know you do. What was it? Remember, Steve was B6 and his shit was so stupid. I'm B6, I pick up sticks. What? I'm B7 and I'm going to heaven. Wait, was it? Remember, it was I'm B11. I used to penis of a man. Like what? And then I'm B9. I'm in love with 7. Oh yeah, the Boys 12 episode was good. That was great. I'm gonna be down. I'm gonna make you mine. Yes, but wait, it's come on, Matt, because it's Toshi, Snot, Steve, and not Tuttles, Matt. Because Tuttles is the older one. I'm glad Tuttles became like a main character. Barry. It's Barry. Talk about it's only gonna hurt a little bit. We're gonna be rich and famous. And then Snot's uncle gets the call. Oh, this is a boy's 13. Well, we can get another boy. No. Okay. And he leaves. It's not going. My mom said he was gonna do this. I can't do it today. Oh, I love these shows. Okay. Did I forget anything? Anything else that came out that I said I was gonna talk about? Okay. So I already talked about the schedule for the week. And I'll be doing a live every day this weekend. Saturday, tomorrow. Today I did one. Saturday and Sunday. And then we have one on Monday. So be on the lookout for that. We're catching up with both King of Drag, Drag Race Brazil, Drag Race France All-Stars, all before we get to Project Runway on the 31st. So again, we'll be covering that. And then Slajon Royale on August 13th. Yes. What else is there? I have a cameo I need to get to. We'll get there. No, Best Buy, no. Sorry, I have Best Buy notifications on, and they literally just said Nintendo Switch 2's in stock. Matthew will be fine come September. Knock on wood. We'll be fine. You're waiting, baby. We have rent on the 1st. We're not even anywhere near the goal, sweetie. We have to stop doing this. For your birthday. I feel the internet is out to get us, everybody, but also to coddle us at the same time. Don't be mad at internet. Because I was just talking about getting a Switch 2, and sure enough, we have some in stock. Not my $500 I don't have. Calm down, Pam. I like Mega Dragonite. I think it'll be good by September. I can't wait. I can't wait till next year, David. I have to get it this year. I don't want the newest models out. I'd like at least, because again, the Pokemon game doesn't come out till October, but like, I want it by my birthday. So I can also play both Mario Party Jamboree and Mario Kart World, that and play my Animal Crossing on there. I really want to play on the Switch too. I saw someone play it the other day and I was just like, holy shit. Why does it look so pretty? I don't play Roblox. I have tried my best to really understand and get it. It's not for me. I have watched people play Roblox, especially the Dress to Impress. Those videos can be fun. I've only heard one song from the Tyler, the Creator album. I haven't heard the whole album yet. I will have an update by the panel. I haven't sat down and watched it yet. Scarlet and Violet works so much better from the videos I saw. It looked nice too. Like it looked, David, it looked really good. I was like, holy could we not have had that on the first Switch? Like, what? We couldn't have had it on that? What? What? Couldn't believe it. I think the Uno coming to LA casinos, y'all are not going to get it like you wanted to. I think you're gonna find they're gonna make a new way of playing Uno, and it's gonna really piss a lot of people off. Because imagine you're drawing 4 on a table where you put in $100 at, and someone draw 4 on you, bitch. You're crazy. You're crazy to involve gambling in Uno. Hell no. That's like putting spades in a Vegas casino. You want people to get shot at. No. That is craziness. We're putting money down on Uno? No. Because, bitch, you draw 4 on me? It's before you get in the car. You not making it in the car. Before you get in the car, you not making it in the car. We have a stray hair. Boop. It's a long ass hair of mine. I still can't believe my foot's over a foot long. It doesn't even feel like it, but then every time I go get my hair done and she like flat irons it to then braid it, it'd be like, oh my God, my hair is so long. It's crazy. Mandy, as a 42-year-old woman, which is not old at all, by the way, I got my first Switch to play Animal Crossing, loving it so far. Mandy, you need to become friends with me so we can visit each other's islands. Because I've got KK on my island. I now need to decorate it. Now that I have everything where I want it to be with certain stuff, I just have to decorate it now. But I took a break to play Final Fantasy X. And I'm still on my Final Fantasy X journey. Because I need to get Lulu's final weapon. I hate that people don't like Lulu. I love her. Miss you too. I need to get the Nintendo Online. Do the annual one. Don't do the monthly. Don't do the monthly. The monthly is going to definitely rob you of money. Do not do the monthly. Get you the... I think it only is annual now, but it's worth it. Especially, Mandy, if you want to play that Happy Home Edition, you don't have to pay for that if you have the Nintendo Switch Online membership. Like, that's for free. That is included with your membership. And enjoy the Happy Home Paradise planning. Oh, you're going to have a ball. Because if you're just now playing Animal Crossing now and you're getting into it and you're like already in the vibe, like once you're done with your island or you feel good about it, oh baby, you can go right on over there to Happy Home Paradise Planning and start decorating. Oh, it's going to be a blast. And then they open up so much stuff through the decorating thing to where you can now decorate and change your villagers' houses on your island. So if you're like, ew, I don't like how it looks in there, oh, you can change it up for them. It's so much fun. I also just got back into playing tech, and Lily is that girl. Fuck Lily. Sorry, I get a tickle in my tummy. I get so excited when I beat Lily players. It's okay, the big 3 that I hate. Lily players online, Lars players, and who else? Every time I see them, I'd be like, I have to hurt whoever this is. Claudio. Ooh, no. Alyssa. I hate her because she doesn't actually have a fighting style. So I don't respect her. Her wild ass just be doing something really, see you next Tuesday. That's all she do. Yeah, like she don't even have a fighting style. She just be flipping all over the place. That girl would get beat up in real life. But that's why I don't like her, is because her movements are wild, and as much as I play against Lily players, I never read the up-down. When I do read it, oh, I punish badly. I'm going to eat you up with that 100 combo with my Junie Joan. That, she did, oh, every time, I always miss the low. It bothers me so much. She literally, twa, and like I always miss that little low guy it drives me nuts. That's why I hate her. Hater. I want to fight you just so I could beat her and feel good about myself, because beating white privilege always feels good. My main is June. So I will be doing these gaming lives again. I'll probably just do it like once in the week You know what I mean? And it'll probably be like during the weekend because that makes more sense because most people will be off around that time. Um, and just do like a long hour gaming stream of playing online with others. I could do ranked matches where I'm just fighting random people and then move it into like a player room when we have 10 people. I'm gonna be very particular though about the gaming rooms because one time we did that and there was only like 3 people. You have to be a part of the Discord. The Discord is where all those plans will be laid out. And then you have to already have it registered and already done that way before we do those streams. And that way we know who's coming in. It won't be some rando, all that kind of good stuff. June is my, yeah, for Tekken. June is my number 1. Xiao Yu is my number 2. Nina was my 3, no longer. Anna is my 3. But I'm currently raging in June right now. Well, I'm raging actually for all 3. Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. I'm not for all 3 of them. I have them ranked right there. I almost had June in the next one, and I kept running into people who spam, and I fucking hate that so very much. They don't do but the same move over and 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 over. I have no respect for those players. I really don't. And I know that's how they're ranking, because it's like you only are in ranked matches so you could spam and troll people. And I had one person after a fight wanted to friend request me that played June. And if they were going to give me advice, I was going to cuss them out because they basically spammed one of her combos over and over again. And they didn't do any other move variations. It just was the same thing over. And I was like, girl, what? And so I'm over here doing my side steps, power rush move. No. Gets really annoying. Oh no, I'm regulating the room because like whenever you set up those match rooms, sometimes people will just jump directly into it that aren't a part of the stream or possibly could just ruin whatever. So I just don't want that to happen. I've known some folks in the middle of streams before where people almost fried their PlayStations. Like it froze their PlayStations because they like unplugged their shit on their own end and it messed up the stream. So I don't want to deal with any of that drama. And that's why I want to make sure that whoever is going to be a part of the fighting rooms where it's not ranked, you need to be a rank pack member. If it's ranked, that's a different story. That's random, whoever's online you're fighting. But like if we're doing like player matches, I want everybody to be subscribed to the channel. Like, you know, randos, subscribe to the channel, be a part of the group, then you can play. So that's what we'll do. Okay, let's wrap this up because I feel this going on and on and on. On and on. And I need to take a breath here. I need to take a breather. Patreon folks, I will have another reaction up tomorrow in the morning. I will also have the thumbnail and everything set up to go for tomorrow's live stream tomorrow morning too. So make sure you are on the lookout for that. Even if you do not watch Drag Race France All-Stars, I'd really appreciate it if you just tuned into that video, give me a view, and enjoy a Saturday with us. Seriously. Will there be voice chat for Tekken? I think that's something that you also have to set up on your own end because when I'm streaming via Tekken or whatever, I also don't want people yelling crazy shit either. So again, this is why we have to have a vetting process if we want voice chat because people will take advantage of me happiness. You've seen it before. It's happened to me multiple times every time I open things up. Bury that. Yeah, I was able to watch this week's, the ball episode. I was able to watch that in the original French with the thumbnails. And yes, I mean with the subtitles. And yes, it was a huge difference. Huge difference. Well, the foot's gonna be for the panel thumbnails. We can't just put them in all thumbnails. We can put they're only for panel thumbnails, but they'll be in a little special place. Yeah. Okay, let's wrap this up because I'm getting long-winded. I'm getting real long-winded, and I need to wrap this up for the day. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Had a good time. We talked about some hot topics. I caught y'all up on everything. We're gonna get the next job. We're gonna get the next one. We tried. We got there. We at least had the interview. So it's getting better as far as like the job market's concerned. I'm at least getting interviews, which is something I wasn't having happen at first. So I'm thankful for that. So we're there. We're getting close. But other than that, everything is all right. I just needed a couple of days to recenter myself and just get my shit together because I was very much putting way too much on my plate. And that's not okay. Hit the like button before you walk out the door. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Why haven't you? You should already be subscribed. Why not? Go ahead and subscribe. And make sure you leave a comment in the comment section after this video. If you did want to drop a little tippy poo in my jar, show your boy a little bit of love, help me out through these times right now. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924 as well as $MattyRants, and Venmo MattyRants. YouTube kind of messed this up and I had to redo this video. I feel like it would be doing way better. But I still think we had a good time for this live today, so we did that. Shout out to my moderators. Y'all were blocking motherfuckers left and right. You were timing out people who were on that bullshit. I have nothing but the thank yous and my big love, and y'all earned your baddie chains this today. You did. You earned your baddie chains today. Ain't nobody get to take it from you either, bitch, because like people are weird. They're just wanting to walk in here and disrupt the flow and like ruin the whole time arc and everything. No, thank you, baby. Nah. Y'all were on it today. And Belchan, thank you so much for this super chat. Maddie, you know they don't have media literacy anymore and take everything super serial. Super serial. They do. There is no media literacy. But I also think that started with them not having any reading comprehension skills, meaning they shouldn't have graduated in the first place because you have to literally pass a test where your listening comprehension and your reading skills are in play. Maybe when I went to school, that was the case. I don't know about now, but you had to have that down on lock before you could graduate. Shout out to all my super chats today. Thank you to everybody that super chatted today. And thank you to those of you who did drop a little love in my jar. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow for a little parlez-vous français. And we'll talk about Drag Race France All Stars. Panel Monday is going to be hot topic heavy, international Drag Race season teas, as well as going over the Slajan Royale cast list. We are excited. We'll have a good time. So, love y'all now. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you later. In this crazy world, we're going to make it. We're going to make it, kids. We're going to make it. Bye, y'all. Oh, and top fans of the day. DW, you were the top fan of the day. Woo! Crash, you were number 2. Woo! And Belchan, you were number 3. Yay! Participate more in these live chats, and I'll talk about who was at the lead of who was lead. We'll talk about who was leading the pack next time. Yes. Do 4 and 5? Okay, hold on. Wait, I have a feeling. I see. Well, you're right. Felicia was number 4. Okay, Happiness, he was number 5. Ryla was 6. Trey was 7. Piece of Material was 8. Purple Eater 9. Wildcard was Wildcard was number 10. There you go. There you go. It changed up a little bit. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Take care, and I'll see you for the next one.